Dear Patriots, before the news starts, please subscribe to our patriotic channel by clicking the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up to this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion below in the comments section. Share the news on Facebook and Twitter so you friends see it. Thank you.
Breaking news out of North Texas. Yes. ICE arrests 89 in North Texas and Oklahoma areas during three-day operation targeting criminal aliens and immigration fugitives. Dallas, federal officers with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement's, ICE, Enforcement and Removal Operations, ERO, arrested 89 criminal aliens and immigration violators in North Texas and Oklahoma during a three-day enforcement action, which ended Thursday. During this operation, ERO deportation officers made arrests in the following Texas cities and towns: Allen, 1, Alvarado, 2, Balch Springs, 2, Cactus, 3, Dallas, 8, Denton, 3, Dumas, 1, Duncanville, 1, Fort Worth, 4, Friona, 1, Garland, 3, Gilmer, 4, Greenville, 3, Irving, 1, Kilgore, 1, Lewisville, 2, Longview, 1, Lubbock, 15, Mount Pleasant, 1, Plano, 3, Quitman, 1, Rockwall, 3, and Tyler, 7. A total of 18 arrests were made in Oklahoma in the cities of Oklahoma City, 10, Reno, 1, Norman, 1, Stillwater, 2, and Tulsa, 3, and Woodward, 1. Of the 89 arrested, 67 had criminal convictions. 88 men and 1 woman were arrested. They range in age from 19 to 60 years old. Aliens arrested during this operation are from the following 10 countries: Mexico, 59, Guatemala, 12, Honduras, 8, Colombia, 3, Nigeria, 2, El Salvador, 1, Laos, 1, Nicaragua, 1, Pakistan, 1, and Vietnam, 1. Most of the aliens targeted by Euro deportation officers during this operation had prior criminal histories that included convictions for the following crimes: aggravated assault, family strong-arm, aggravated assault of a public servant, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, alien smuggling, assault causing bodily injury, assault causes bodily injury, family violence, assault, child abuse, criminal mischief, dangerous drugs, discharge of a firearm, driving while intoxicated, fraud, illegal entry, indecent lewd acts with a child under 16, larceny, liquor violation, manufacture and distribution of a controlled substance, negligent homicide, possession of marijuana, possession of methamphetamines, possession of a controlled substance, racketeering, rape, robbery and making terroristic threats. 23 of those arrested illegally re-entered the United States after having been previously deported, which is a felony. Depending on an alien's criminality, an alien who re-enters the United States after having been previously deported commits a felony punishable by up to 20 years in federal prison, if convicted. The following are criminal summaries of 5 offenders arrested in North Texas and Oklahoma during this operation. March 20, a 45-year-old citizen of Guatemala, was arrested at Mesquite, Texas. He was convicted of sexual assault in 1991 and was sentenced to 10 years deferred probation. He had been previously removed from the United States, and illegally re-entered, which is a felony. He will be processed for removal from the United States and presented to the U.S. Attorney's Office for re-entry after deportation. March 20, a 27-year-old citizen of Vietnam was arrested at Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Following his convictions for rape 2, and 2 counts of indecent, lewd acts with child under 16 in 2012, he was respectively sentenced to 15 years, suspended, and to 20 years, suspended, for each count. He remains in ICE custody pending an immigration hearing before a federal immigration judge. March 20, a 28-year-old illegal alien from Mexico and confirmed gang member was arrested at Fort Worth, Texas. He was convicted of making a terroristic threat in 2013 and was sentenced to 6 months probation. He remains in ICE custody pending an immigration hearing before a federal immigration judge. March 20, A 42-year-old citizen of Mexico was arrested at Fort Worth. He was convicted of manufacturing, delivery of a controlled substance in 2012 and was sentenced to 5 years in prison. He was removed in 2015, and illegally re-entered the United States illegally in 2016. He will be processed for removal from the United States and presented to the U.S. Attorney's Office for re-entry after deportation. March 21, a 28-year-old citizen of Mexico was arrested at Lancaster, Texas. He is currently wanted by authorities in Hidalgo, Mexico, for homicide based on a 2009 arrest warrant. He also was convicted in Texas for driving while intoxicated. He remains in ICE custody pending an immigration hearing before a federal immigration judge. This North Texas and Oklahoma operation removed 67 criminal aliens from our streets and our communities, said Simona L. Flores, Field Office Director of Dallas. In addition to this valuable community service, our ICE officers also help maintain the integrity of our immigration laws. The Dallas area of responsibility includes 128 counties in North Texas and Oklahoma. All of the targets in this operation were amenable to arrest and removal under the U.S. Immigration and Nationality Act. ICE deportation officers carry out targeted enforcement operations daily nationwide as part of the agency's ongoing efforts to protect the nation, uphold public safety, and protect the integrity of our immigration laws and border controls. These operations involve existing and established fugitive operations teams. During targeted enforcement operations, ICE officers frequently encounter other aliens illegally present in the United States. These aliens are evaluated on a case-by-case basis, and, when appropriate, they are arrested by ICE officers. Editor's note: the arrest statistics provided in this news release represent preliminary data that has been manually reported to ICE headquarters. Official numbers can vary slightly from preliminary data. Hell yeah! Boot these illegal scumbags out and keep them out. Hashtag build your wall. Hashtag MAGA. God bless. Trump calls Roseanne after she drops nasty surprise on Stormy Daniels. Roseanne Barr was shocked when she received a phone call last night from President Donald Trump. The Hollywood celebrity who voted for Trump decided to reboot her 1990s sitcom Roseanne, and it premiered Tuesday night with over 18 million viewers. Trump congratulated Barr on her huge ratings, and he also thanked her. It seems that Roseanne also helped him out by giving porn star Stormy Daniels a nasty surprise. You'll love this. Roseanne Barr got the shock of her life when she learned that the President of the United States was waiting to speak to her on the phone. Barr was in the middle of celebrating her new show, a reboot of the 1990s sitcom Roseanne. She had taken a huge risk coming out of semi-retirement, leaving her home in beautiful Hawaii on a hunch that Americans wanted something other than what the leftist Hollywood crowd is offering on primetime TV. The Daily Caller reports, Barr, a Trump supporter, decided to make her working-class character a supporter of Trump in the show and defended the president after an interviewer attempted to call her out for her beliefs during a Wednesday interview with NET. But that's not all. President Donald Trump personally called comedian Roseanne Barr Wednesday to congratulate her on the ratings of her rebooted 90s sitcom Roseanne, added the Daily Caller. White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders told haters at the New York Times that Trump called Barr to thank her for her support and to congratulate her on the show's huge ratings Tuesday night. The phone call comes after Roseanne received at least 18.2 million viewers on the night of the show's return, after nearly 20 years off the air. During the show, the character Roseanne Connor offers grace before dinner, saying "Thank you Lord for making America great again." There's no doubt that the president was also thrilled Roseanne somehow beat out the much-hyped 60 Minutes interview with former porn star Stormy Daniels on CBS last Sunday. Right after the Daniels interview, Trump hater Stephen Colbert was celebrating on his show. Predictably, Stephen Colbert was pleased as punch to note that Daniels and Anderson Cooper drew so many eyeballs, and not just because his late show also airs on CBS, reported Vanity Fair. Of course, it all felt real. It all felt true. That felt truer than him getting elected, blasted Colbert Monday night. Then, the premiere of Roseanne happened Tuesday night, and Trump supporters watched, blowing drugged-up Stormy Daniels' disgusting interview away. Of course, we don't have every single detail of what Trump and Roseanne said to each other, but knowing the president, I'm sure he mentioned she had trounced CNN's fake news Anderson Cooper in the Gold Diggers ratings. Twitter user Dashreprock tweeted, "Finally a sitcom for the right half of the country. The Roseanne relaunch is the most watched sitcom in 4 years. Even beat the stormy trash on 60 Minutes, deranged liberals in Hollywood should be very worried." Roseanne's stellar premiere also shut up the likes of every leftist who had been droning on and on about Daniels' interview. Ever since the Russia investigation fell apart, CNN and MSNBC had to sink even lower and drag the 30th porn star out of the muck, promising her the world if she could just say that she had a fling with Trump over a decade ago. Female Trump supporters shocked the losers in the mainstream media. CNN had women who had voted for Trump watch the Daniels interview while the network filmed them. What they got, in the end, were conservative women calling BS in the entire exchange between Anderson Cooper and Daniels. "This is a porn star. Why are we giving it any credibility?" said Sherry Massey, one of the women in the group. "I don't believe it because I haven't seen any hard proof," said Gina O'Brien, another Trump supporter and member of the Texas Women for Trump coalition. "Should we believe the President of the United States or a stripper porn star? I go with the President of the United States." What's the lesson learned? Those Trump haters have thrown every nasty, sneaky, slimy lie at the president, and somehow his approval ratings get higher. The economy has already outdone Obama's numbers for 8 years. Those in Hollywood might want to take a cue from Roseanne Barr and figure out how to entertain middle-class working families. It seems to be the secret sauce in getting ratings. Barr said after the premiere, "I am so happy. I left Hawaii last June to go to work to write the Roseanne shows. I worked hard through bronchitis, missing my grandkids and a bum knee, and you guys made it all worth it. Thanks so very much." President Trump called and thanked her too. "Finally, we have a Trump character on primetime TV that honestly reflects middle-class America, and that isn't portrayed as some Nazi white supremacist living in a commune planning to blow up the world." NBC reporter paints Trump as a racist, Sanders leaves her crying in the corner. NBC White House correspondent Kristen Welker asked some loaded questions about the shooting of Stephon Clark while trying to paint President Donald Trump as a racist. However, White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders left the liberal reporter crying in the corner. During a recent White House press briefing, NBC's Kristen Welker made a huge mistake and tried to paint President Trump as a racist by posing tactical questions to Sarah Sanders in hopes that she would take the race bait. Like so many times before, it ended with disappointment for the left, according to Daily Caller. Initially, Welker tried to hold Trump accountable for what she calls tension between communities of color and police departments. Then, she asked Sanders, "Does the president not need to show leadership on this issue?" Liberals like to ask questions in which the premise is all wrong, to begin with. President Donald Trump has shown more leadership across the board in a year than Barack Obama did in 8 years. Because Sanders is as sharp as a tack, she responded, "We want to find ways to bring the country together. Certainly not looking for any place of division. I think you've seen that in the policies that he's put forward. He wants to grow the economy. He wants to do that for everybody. He wants a better America for every American." This is when Kristen Welker tried to go in for the kill on Trump's character. There are a lot of African American moms all across the country feel as though their sons are dying. So, doesn't the president feel like he needs to do something about that? The reporter asked. The sheer level of stupidity in the reporter's thinking is incomprehensible. Truly, there are so many different angles from which to destroy her questioning strategy, but Sarah Sanders is a classy person, so she lays it out elegantly. "I think we should do every single thing we can every single day to protect the people of this country. I think the president, whether they're black, white, Hispanic, male or female, rich or poor, we look for ways to protect the individuals in this country. Particularly children, that's why you've seen the president take an active role over the last several months in school safety, Sanders said, according to BuzzFeed News. Whether a kid is in a school, whether they are at home, no matter where they are in this country, kids should feel safe, and that's why this president has focused on safety and security as a big part of the priorities of this administration, both through securing our borders and stopping the flow of drugs, stopping the flow of gangs, stopping the number of school shootings by the Stop School Violence Act, the background system. I'm not saying it's perfect, Sanders continued. Until every child is safe, we can always do more, and we're going to show up every day for work trying to do exactly that, she added. Judging from the way Kristen Welker continually looked down and nodded during Sarah Sanders' response, it's pretty clear that she got way in over her head. NBC White House correspondent Kristen Welker wasn't prepared for a lesson in fundamental conservative kindness. Sarah Sanders didn't respond to the reporter's race-baiting attempt with anger or malice. She simply communicated President Donald Trump's sincere position of love for all Americans. Once again, Sarah Sanders is showing America how satisfying it is to have a job where you expose liberal bigots on a daily basis and get paid to do it. Sanders is the perfect deplorable for the job, and we could not be more proud of her.